sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the boogie. I hope you can see the moon. I've just been out for a run and it's a full moon and it's absolutely stunning. It's also about -3 degrees and freezing cold. And my neighbour pulled me up, and our neighbours are very few and far between. But she shared with me that she thought that I must be some kind of weirdo, some kind of fanatic, because it's dark outside, it's freezing cold, and here's Rowie running in the moonlight. I'm sharing that with you because when did exercise become a fanatical thing, or why do some people think it's a weird thing to do every day? Versus people brush their teeth every day, they have a shower or bathe every day, people wear clothes, we eat food, we breathe air, and yet exercise, if you do it every day, people think you're a bit weird. And particularly if you do it when it's freezing cold or raining or windy, and that's something that my neighbour she said, I've taken note of, Rowie. It doesn't matter what the weather is, you're always out running your dogs. And I'm in my begging position, as you can see. We live in a world now where our kids, adults can do whatever they want, but our kids are overweight, they're diseased, they've got old people's diseases, they're unhappy, they're depressed, they're anxious, they're being bullied or they are bullying. And I would like to change that. How about you? And what does being fit and strong have to do with that? And is it possible that we teach our kids to brush their teeth, we teach our kids to have a shower, we teach them to use a knife and fork, we teach them to tie their shoelaces, we teach them to read and write. Where have we got or lost the connection, or why are we so disconnected that a fit, strong body is the ultimate way to live your life? Because when you're fit and strong, you can do everything. Now, I wouldn't miss going outside tonight because it's a full moon, it's a beautiful evening, and I just love the way I feel when I'm fit and strong. So I don't make excuses not to exercise. I've got a reason to go out and exercise because I want to, not because I have to. So how do we make it for our kids, adults I can't change, but for our kids, how do we make it that exercise is such a normal part of their life that they wouldn't miss, the same as brushing their teeth, having a shower, wearing clothes or eating food? And if we go back to zero-based thinking, if we didn't know anything, and we just had to get people fit and strong, what would we do? And I wish we'd never gone away from that, because to me it's just common sense and all backed up by anatomy and physiology. So it's very easy to get fit and strong. We've just made it really complicated. So if I ask this question, if you were going to design a Be Healthy, Fit and Strong program for somebody that you love, for your child, your partner, your family, would you make it long or short? Now, I think that's a really great place to start. Would you make it long? Because long could mean boring, could mean monotonous, could mean I don't have time. Or would you make it as short as possible? And I always ask that question. If 9 out of 10 people don't want to do any exercise, then 0 is the choice. 0 exercise is the choice. So the further we go away from 0, the less likely somebody is to do anything to get fit and strong. So would we make the program long or short? I hope you think short. Would we work the body in a way that the human body works, or would we break it up into little pieces? Now, I know that it doesn't matter what social media platform you go to, what gym you go to, personal training studio, boot camp, doesn't matter, anything to do with exercise, and there's all sorts of different ways to exercise in different programs. But if we went back to zero-based thinking, what's the best way for the human body to work? Would it be in the upright position, lying down, kneeling or sitting? And I hope you say upright, because that's how the human body functions the best. The brain works the best, we burn more calories. It's just how the human body moves best in the upright position. We don't crawl and we don't walk around on our knees. We're up, we're in the upright position. And then if we break the body up into little pieces, I always ask why. Why do people do split programs? I know I've got a perplexed look on my face, and I've kind of got a right to have that, because I've been an exercise professional for over 40 years, closer to 50 now. And I've never understood why you would break, let's do legs one day and arms the next day and the middle of the body the next day. Everything we do in life, we use everything we do. And the reason that's very obvious to me, I used to do stupid exercises that busted and broke my body, and I've got busted, broken, sore joints. And now that I'm an old lady and I've taken on this massive venture to build a garden on 20 acres, it's very obvious that if you've got an injury, that it affects everything that you do. So if you've got a sore knee, it's very difficult to do anything. If you've got a sore elbow, it's difficult to do anything. If you've got a sore back, you can't do anything. Your body just doesn't want to work. And if you're in pain or if you're injured, you don't feel like doing anything because it hurts. So if we break the body into little pieces, so we do a split program, apart from the fact that it takes 2 times longer, 3 times longer, 4 times longer, are we also more likely to get injured? Because the little joints, the joints with the little stabilizing muscles that hold the joint together, they get overused if we, for example, if I do squats or lunges, I have to pick something up off the ground. And I would much prefer to call it, say, an alive lift rather than a deadlift or a squat or a lunge, because when I pick something up off the ground, that keeps me alive if it's heavy enough. I have to use my arms to do that. I have to use my upper back, my lower back, my abdominals. Every part of my body gets used. But if I call that a leg exercise and then the next day I come and exercise my upper body, when do my arms get a rest? When do my shoulders get a rest? And more importantly, the little tiny muscles inside the shoulder that stabilize it. So I'm just going to use the shoulder as an example. The rotator cuff muscles, the little tiny ones, and there's 4 of them, supraspinatus, infraspinatus, subscapularis, and teres minor. They're inside the shoulder to hold a very big bone inside a very shallow cavity. Now they get used to everything that we do with our upper body and everything that we do with our lower body, because when you lift something up off the ground, for squats, lunges, alive lifts, push a rock, lift a rock, move a wheelbarrow, all the things that I've been doing, you're going to be using your upper body, not just your lower body. So when are those little muscles going to get a rest? And in any exercise, the challenge is the smallest muscle, the smallest link in the chain is the weakest link. So if I overuse the weakest link and it gets weaker and doesn't get a chance to get stronger, which means recover from the workout, regenerate from the workout, and supercompensate, get stronger, then I'm going to get injured. Now that's for my shoulder. That could happen in my elbow, that could happen in my knee, that could happen in my hips, that could definitely happen in my lower back. So if you have a look at exercise programs that don't make any sense whatsoever, and it's been suggested that if it makes no sense, it's nonsense, and again, look at the perplexed look on my face. Zero-based thinking, upright position or on the floor. Obviously, we function in the upright position. Everything we do, we use every single muscle in our body. So why would we break the body up into little pieces? Why would we exercise too often before we've recovered? If I haven't super compensated, then I'm not going to be stronger. And that's a beautiful thing about the human body, isn't it? We know we're getting stronger because we can lift heavier. We're stronger. But if we're not stronger, it means that we're not getting stronger. And the 2 big things here is to get fit and get strong, so we stay young and strong for the rest of our life, because how awesome is your life when you're fit and strong? And I am going to rattle them off because I get excited about it. Head to toe, if I'm fit and strong, I'm going to have a healthy, strong, mentally tough brain, and my brain controls everything that I do. I'm going to have a strong endocrine system, hormonal system, which means I'm going to be in control of my hormones, not them controlling me. So everything in my body works effectively because the central nervous system and the endocrine system, they fire up everything. I'm going to have strong muscles and bones, which means I'm not going to get osteoporosis, and I'm going to have a fast metabolism. I'm going to be able to do all the things that I want to do because I've got strong muscles and bones. I'm going to have great circulation because I've got strong heart and lung system, cardiovascular respiratory system, which means everything gets around my body effectively, so that I've got great hair, great skin, great nails. Nutrition works inside my body because I'm fit and strong. Circulation, respiratory, cardiovascular system, which means the food that I put into my body, my digestive system that starts at my mouth and ends at my bum, everything comes out of that effectively to go to all the places that it needs to go because I'm fit and strong. So I've got high self-esteem, high self-confidence, I look good, I feel good, I'm healthy, fit and strong. I don't get sick, my body, my immune system can fight germs, bugs, viruses and diseases because I'm fit and strong. So if I'm designing a program for children to be fit and strong, wouldn't it be in the upright position? It would be really short, it would be safe, it would be functional. I'd use as many muscles as possible at the same time, so I fire up the endocrine and the central nervous system, and I would give the body time to recover. So that brings me to and of course you don't have to train like I do, but I just follow anatomy and physiology. I lift as heavy as I possibly can, and I use as many muscles as I possibly can. I do as many as I possibly can in the phosphate system, because the phosphate system, the energy system, the fight and flight, stay alive system is only 10 seconds, and I want my exercise program to be short, not long. I'm not a big fan of lifting heavy things. I don't do it because I'm in love with it, and I get that some people are. I just want to be really strong, so I'd never make an excuse to not do strength training, because I want to be strong, so I have all the reasons to do it. I just don't want it to take a long time. So I do what the human body does. I do one push movement, one pull movement, and one stay alive movement, which is lift something up off the ground and put it back down again, a deadlift, which I like to call an alive lift. That takes me about maximum, it doesn't even take 3 minutes, but let's just say around about 3 minutes, and I do that once, maybe twice a week, but I don't usually do it twice a week because I'm so busy, and I do lots of other things. I'm an active, fit, strong, healthy human being. So if I was designing an exercise program to keep the rest of the world healthy, fit and strong, particularly our children, it would be in the upright position, it would be fast, it would be safe, it would be effective. I'm going to say that again. It would be fast, it would be safe, and it would be effective. Why have we gone away from that? I think we've come up with a lot of nonsense when it comes to exercise, things that make no sense. Why don't we just get fit and strong and stay that way for the rest of our life, so we can have all the major benefits of being a healthy, strong human being, so that we can run outside in the freezing cold when the moon's out. I hope you can see my mooner because it's full and it's gorgeous, and I would love for you to live your life to the max, and everybody else in your life to live their life to the max, because they're healthy, fit and strong. Healthy and happy. Healthy and happy. What a way to live your life to the supermax. Woo-hoo-hoo.